Welcome back, beautiful people. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. I'm your host, Zen Sams. Now, up in a few minutes, we have our influencer segment, and we're going to be featuring Nikki Giavasis. She's an American actress, entrepreneur, author, and mega influencer. Now, as she gets settled into the broadcast room, let's chat influencer marketing. Now, one of the first marketing questions asked by people is, well, what is influencer marketing? And in simple words, influencer marketing is a digital marketing method used to promote your brand or products by partnering with powerful social media personalities or bloggers. One can leverage the influence that these personalities have over their followers to reach their social media marketing goals. Now, companies can partner with brand influencers to grow their brand awareness, increase engagement, improve lead generation, and even drive sales. Though it can't change customers' perception of the brand, influencer marketing is definitely extremely powerful. The spending is now predicted to pass 3 billion in the US and nearly 14 billion worldwide this year. IZEA, which went public in 2014 and now has a market capitalization of nearly 111 million, partners with big brands like Barilla, Clorox, Guess, and IKEA to find the right influencers and work with them on marketing campaigns. Customer engagements can be 8 to 10 times higher when the content is a creator's sponsored post on behalf of a brand rather than just an ad from the brand itself. Instagram and influencers now go hand in hand. The Meta-owned social media platform has become a primary stage for influencers launching their careers, and they don't need millions of followers to earn money on the gram. Establishing a career as a creator is no longer a pipe dream. Here to break it all down for us is Nikki. She is the author of The Ultimate Guide to Becoming a Pro Cheerleader. Many recognize her for appearing in movies such as Eagle Eye and Don't Mess with the Zohan. These days, she prides herself on her role as a mom and, a grandma, although she doesn't look a day over 35. Over the years, her followership has fluctuated based on how she's trended in the media, but nevertheless, she's always increased in popularity. She is a mega influencer of sorts and has built an empire using her social media platforms. Today, she's very much an entrepreneur who believes family comes first, as do I. She is Forbes published, as am I, and she is the president of Jordan Management and an agent for public figures and influencers. Her handle is Nikki with a double K, Giavasis Official. Welcome to the show, Stunner.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited to have you on.
Thank you.
So, my fellow Greek goddess.
I love that.
Now, one of the major reasons influencer marketing is so effective is because the content produced by influencers like yourselves is perceived to be more authentic than that created by brands. What do you keep in mind when representing these brands?
Well, I definitely look for something that's organic and authentic and something that correlates and aligns with my values or my beliefs. So I don't want to represent or, promote anything that I wouldn't use or that I don't believe in. So I keep it short and simple like that.
Beautiful. And because influencers are viewed as third parties with no vested interest in promoting the brand, this is the reason why 63% of consumers trust what influencers have to say about the brand more than what brands say about themselves. And influencer marketing is expected to become a 22.3 billion industry by 2024, right? So one of the most common questions asked by small businesses, do we need a big budget to do influencer marketing? What do you say to that, Nikki?
I don't think the budget has to be so big because you're really specifying who you want to target. So you could have a very small budget and still have a very great, I'm sorry, it's so early here.
Like
A
an
very great
outcome.
result. Yeah, result.
Of course, of course. And, whether you're doing a 24-hour story or a huge monthly campaign, I'm pretty sure, influencer marketing, there's different budgets to cater to different campaign sizes. So I don't think brands should be afraid of approaching influencer marketing. I think they should be afraid of not being on social media.
Definitely, because that's where the target marketing is. More so than television. People are always on social media, at least an hour a day.
Yeah, yeah. In your opinion, can a local business to your local town, right, use influencer marketing to their advantage?
Absolutely. We go to local businesses all the time. My family loves to find local businesses and, promote them, and they really do grow. So social media is the place actually to market local businesses, especially.
So 90% of consumers use the internet statistically to find local businesses. How does that help influencers in terms of paving a career path? How do you go about identifying and targeting these brands that ultimately you can help get to that next level?
I think you have to specify the brands that you use and that you work with, and actually post those brands and then reach out to them, start relationships with them, and just make sure it's always organic, something that you would use, something that you do believe in, and something that you do want to see succeed.
Exactly. And, when you're talking about factors in terms of when a brand should choose, per se, like an influencer like yourself, what advice do you have now on the flip side? What factors should companies and brands be looking at when choosing their influencers?
Well, I think they should have someone that aligns with their goals and their values and what their target is, but also someone who has authentic engagement, high engagement, because they want to get a return on their investment. So they should look at how many likes, how many comments, and the overall engagement of the influencer and how
Exactly.
active they are.
Yeah, without a doubt. I'm so glad you said engagement rate, because this is one of the most important metrics that you need to look at when selecting an influencer. If the social media influencer has a huge number of followers but has an extremely low engagement rate, it might not be very helpful to your brand. But if their followers don't engage with their posts, your brand may just go unnoticed. That's why it's essential, like you just said, to identify social influencers who have a good engagement rate. Let's talk about reach, Nikki.
Mhm.
The influencer's reach shows you the number of unique people that you could potentially reach, right? And this is essentially the number of followers that the social media influencer has. The higher the number, the better it is for the brand. Where do you see that the bigger brands like Prada, Gucci, Armani, Versace, some of these high-end fashion luxury brands, are they reaching out to regular influencers, or are they still trying to use celebrities and VIPs in Hollywood?
I think they stay with the name brands, the household names, not so much. There are certain people that are influencers with a large number of following, but they're not known as a household name. So they don't go for people, I think, just based on the followers alone. It's more so a wide variety of, their reach, their what they're working on, how much buzz they have. Because there could be someone with 5, 10 million followers and they won't touch them. It just depends on the name.
It depends on the name. Exactly.
Yeah.
What are some red flags one should be aware of when hiring influencers or when brands are looking at the right fit?
Oh, I think that's kind of along the same lines. There could be someone with a lot of followers, but there are certain people that kind of fudge those numbers. So you have to make sure that they really have kind of earned their place in the influencer field and they haven't just kind of bought their way into it. So you have to see who's commenting to them. Are there other people that are celebrities commenting to them? Making sure that they really have the reach that the numbers say.
Exactly, because we definitely know that fake followers, I mean, you can waste your time as a brand if you engage somebody that has fake followers, and your marketing budget is just going to go down the drain. So that's definitely something to keep in mind. We have about a minute and a half left, and I would love to know a little bit more about you. I know that you're very family oriented. You were the only girl from a family of four brothers,
Yeah.
and you are the second youngest sibling in the family, so to speak. What was it like growing up with as the only girl, really?
Oh my goodness, I was very protected, especially with all Greek brothers. So they made sure that I was protected and they always had an eye on me no matter what happened. So I
I
like
love
that.
I love it. I love it. Well, listen, thank you so much for coming on and chatting. It was so fun talking to you. It's been, listen, happy, Merry Christmas, everybody. Today is Christmas Day, and what a treat that we got to chat with Nikki on this platform. You are a superstar.
Thank you. You're beautiful. Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. That is Nikki Giavasis. You guys have to check her out on social media. She's all over the place. She's definitely somebody that you want to look at if you are considering hiring an influencer of sorts. She's a business person, an entrepreneur, and she's all around just a great soul. Remember, Nikki Giavasis. Check her out on the gram. You're listening to A Moment of Zen right here on 710 WOR, the voice of New York. I'm your host, Zen Sams. We'll be right back after this.